Well, Coach, the good news for now, no snow in the forecast, but plenty of scarves and mittens in this sea of orange at Empower Field at Mile High, just west of downtown Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 15 Lions. 15 Lions. Showing it. 8. Set.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Yes, yes.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Ready, ready. 50, plant. Leo. First and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is caught. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Lindsay. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you are.
Yeah, that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get this one to Galladay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Rolling to his right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Stafford on first down. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Set. 32. 280. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 22 jet bombers.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. This is Bawden. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Johnson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hey, team 6.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nick Bawden, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Locke. This is Riddick on the screen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Bravo.
From midfield, here's Locke. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Stafford. Jones has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the 50, Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go, Omaha, ready to move.
On first down, Stafford here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 30 on second down, Locke, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run. Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Bowden. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
40 got. Let's go,
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll make it second down. They'll go again with Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Clock now on 1st down. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. On play action, Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Airing it out for Hamilton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. A carry now for McKissick. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Come on, TV, come on. That's so easy. Alert! 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Jim. Zero. Twist. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Protein spill. Double right.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A big spot now for the rookie lock. Now it's Lindsey. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Clock now on 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
C.J. Anderson, 20, 10, 5, and they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big-time run there by Anderson, 73 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A first throw for the backup Jackson. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall... looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. Lock to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy